Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. Tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Miami Dolphins. On 1st and 10, Hamilton brought in here by Tyler Eifert. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Hamilton. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Javon Hargrave. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
On 1st down, Conway flush to his right. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. A big play there for the Dolphins. 44 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Sean Williams had time in on the stop.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now a give, right side. Tripp. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. To throw on 2nd down, Conway. That is caught by Williams for a Dolphins touchdown. Preston Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this Dolphins. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Quick throw, complete out wide here to Green. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the gun, Hamilton. That's complete to John Ross. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here comes Grant on the return. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people...
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. 81 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the delay, it's Mixon. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
It's easy work. It's coming again.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Get it.
They'll run on first down. Trip, and some room to run now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, Frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And it's caught by Parker. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
50 seconds to Mike. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Mike.
Looking to throw on second down. Conway. And he finds Parker here, complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said,
the Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins got home that time. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. I'll guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw. Hamilton. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
And out come the Dolphins now. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position, the ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
On first down, Tripp, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
He's airing it out for Williams, and this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Conway. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. from the gun on third down. Hamilton, and Eifert has it. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there. This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory, down at the 31. Back to throw. Hamilton, Anthony Brown right there to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. And the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Hamilton. Over the middle, complete. That's Tucker. And they'll get this down to the 10. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Throwing on first down. Hamilton. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Prater for the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
On second down, Tripp, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Conway, he's got his man. It's Williams. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a give right side. Tripp. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Looking to throw. Conway buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. He can't find anywhere to go, and he goes down. Geno Atkins, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And this is caught. It's Parker. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. and they rallied and made the tackle.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Fighting through, and he's got space. And how about that for just running out the clock? Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up.
Back to throw. Hamilton throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Hamilton. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Ready? 56, right there, 56.
They'll run on first down. Trip, and he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we've hit halftime. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair. And he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I look, well, all right, never mind. 3rd quarter action now.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what they're offering.
He's got a man. Complete. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big game.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. To throw on second down. Conway. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 28.
56,
On first and 10, Conway under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Carl Lawson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw. Conway, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making.
And this won't make it. Off the crossbar and no good. And a big letdown there as this remains a tie game. So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Once again, they run with Mixon. Inside the 35. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Mixon on the draw. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. He completes it to Boyd. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That puts them in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
Switch.
Operating from the gun. Hamilton. Green brings it in. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. 2nd and 5. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk about football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before, because that worked.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there for the Bengals. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Joe Mixon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play-action pass, you see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with?
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations, so it is harder to defend.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Trip, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Back to throw. Conway, he gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 43.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Looking to throw. Conway, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just looking the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at their 49-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Conway eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
50, plant.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Conway, it's complete to Grant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And it's complete. What a catch at the 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Flushed out. Touchdown, Miami! Pretty sure that was a passing play, but he took off pretty quickly and ran with it.
Love his decisiveness on it because you're exactly right. He was supposed to go back in the pocket and survey the field and throw the football, but when that hole opened, he just said, forget it, let's go. And boy, did that work out well.
A 10-play drive that time. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tyler Boyd and the rest of the offense heading back out. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good, too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. And now the throw hauled in by Green. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 3 yards there. Good enough to keep the drive moving. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, it's going to be 15 yards.
Looking to throw. Hamilton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Hamilton. And the catch good. It's Eifert.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
So now here come the Dolphins. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. On 1st down, Conway. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, team.
Off play action. Hamilton. He finds his running back, Mixon. No gain, and it's second down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And out will come the offense as they take over. So the Dolphins now down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. Throwing on first down. Conway. And this is Parker, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's first and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's back to throw. And over the middle, this is Parker. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And it's caught by Parker. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. as he'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. On 1st and 10, Conway. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. William Jackson with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this one all